the Centerline has an open challenge, okay? $1,000. If you can come and defeat Jacob Weissman, who's part of the Centerline, it's kind of our ringer. If you can defeat him a 4 out of 7 set, never having played in a USAA event before, we'll give you $1,000. The only thing is that we promise we'll record it, and we promise that we will post it, win or lose. So if you think that you've got what it takes, come. We'd be excited to have you. All right. Okay. Anyhow, so we got another match. We got a match between Jacob Munoz and Chris Gibson. Let's find out a little bit about Munoz.
My name is Jacob Munoz. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I've been playing air hockey about 13 years, I believe. It's something I'd like for people to know about me. I go to work, come home, play a little guitar. If I have time, maybe play a little bit of air hockey, spend time with my family, and rinse and repeat. One thing that I don't want people to know about me is that I do play guitar, and I post videos. Yeah, I don't show my face. I like the anonymous aspect of it. The best part of my air hockey game is I like to just flow with the puck, and sometimes not think about the next shot. Just go. You know, I feel that's typically whenever I'm at my utmost best. My best shot, without a doubt, has probably got to be my right wall over. I think I'm most worried about playing Chris Gibson because he's hungry and he's a fantastic player. He's on a bit of a come up, and he's out for blood. Who doesn't stand a chance against me in this tournament? Realistically, nobody. Do I think I can win? I can honestly say I believe so.
So there you have it, Jacob Munoz. Jacob is actually the shortest player in this event, which can be a detriment in air hockey. He's 5'5", but he actually has long arms for someone who's 5'5". So that gives him a little bit of benefit. He's currently ranked number 2 in the world by the USAA and a minute rating of 22-21. What do you think, Danny? Is Munoz got a chance to win this?
Absolutely. I mean, let me tell you something. There's nothing. You don't want to ever sell this man short.
Well,
period.
Just after we called him short.
Yes.
Yes.
So no, he's the Viper for a reason.
Yes.
He has got some wicked shots, smooth on offense, and he'll hit the puck at any time from anywhere. And it's accurate.
Absolutely, and his nickname is the Viper, and we probably see that shot. It's a blaringly fast left wall under that he does. It's just all wrist from out of nowhere, and so absolutely.
And the thing I'll say too, to add to him, he doesn't get credit for his defense as much as he should, I think. His defense has come a long ways from, when he first started, obviously. And, I think that makes the difference.
Absolutely.
At the highest levels, it's, who can be comfortable in those high-pressure moments.
Right. And he's going to be playing against Chris Gibson, who is been playing air hockey for quite a long time. He's the son of Tad Gibson and a veteran air hockey player. And let's find out a little bit about Chris.
I'm Chris Gibson. I'm from Houston, Texas. I've been playing air hockey for 19 years. Something about me would be and I have a lot of heart and a lot of will, and I will never give up. So when we battle on this table, it's gonna be non-stop till it's over. Something about me I don't want them to know. If I said that, they would know, right? Whenever I'm not playing air hockey, I'm just working, doing body work at the shop, skateboarding. I play a lot of video games, and draw. That's pretty much it. My dream outside of air hockey is I want to own my own body shop and restore old cars and bring them back to life. I think the best part of my game in air hockey is that you never know what's going to happen next, but you do know that it's going to be exciting and it's going to be jam-packed with nothing but action. My best shot is definitely my forehand. I think I have the best forehand in the business. I'm worried about playing Jacob Weissman and Jacob Munoz. They're the top dog. Austin and LA have no chance against me. Absolutely, I think I can win this. When I play Munoz, it's going to be how it usually is. I'm going to have a rough start at the beginning, and then I'm going to pack it together. Only this time the difference is when I do come back, I'm going to close it out and actually take the win this time.
And there you have it. Chris Gibson wants to own his own body shop one day. Hopefully that's a dream he'll realize. He also has dreams here in air hockey to be competing against the big dogs, as he likes to call them. And he has a chance here to play against Jacob Munoz. Chris is 6'2", 71-inch wingspan, and he's actually currently ranked number 3 because he defeated Jacob Weissman in a challenge match recently. High Midic rating at 2004. If you're just joining us, we've got the Centerline Pro Air Hockey Showdown #1, and we've got 8 players, 8 young guns that are going up against each other for $1,000. We're ready for another match.
All right, let's do this. Let's see the puck now. All right, that's 3 out of 5. Play hard. All right, come to the ready. When I raise this mallet, the puck is in play. We're facing off on every game. Good luck, man.
Ooh, it's a heck of a face-off there, won by Jacob Munoz. So in this match here, Tim, I expect a fast-paced match by both players.
Mm-hmm.
Both players love to play fast. They feed off of it.
Mm-hmm.
They want the quick shot to score.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
absolutely.
With Gibson, he's always had some really strong shots. A lot of people don't realize he's a lot like his father. His father had an amazing offense, but his defense is where it struggled. Mm-hmm. And, Chris has improved his defense to get where he is now today in the sport. But he's a lot like his father when it comes to actually playing. He lost his mallet there. But again, you could just see the explosiveness by both players. Mm-hmm. And I think we're in for a treat.
Oh, absolutely. And Chris Gibson, what I'll say about him is in Jacob Munoz's intro package, he was talking about Gibson being on a bit of a come-up, is the way he put it. Gibson has increased his skill level in air hockey exponentially in the last year and a half. What he did was he actually started challenging player after player after player. In air hockey, we have something called a challenge match. There's a nice transition there. And in a challenge match, you can basically tell someone that you want to challenge them for their ranking, and they've got to play you as long as they've only got to play one a month. And so he played challenge after challenge after challenge, and he lost time and time and time again, but he was learning a little bit each time. And the results now are what you'll probably see. Some really fast shots.
Right.
Yeah, and of course, not scoring on yourself right after I said that, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, is that type of just power shot from out of nowhere.
Yeah. And for him, part of it is learning how to reduce the unforced errors, reduce scoring on yourself, the errors defensively, getting caught off guard or, charging when you shouldn't. And these are things that Chris has battled with. Munoz, a different story. He's had that also real powerful, exciting offense. But his defense has been much more like disciplined, more methodical.
And look at that.
Yeah,
just
good
that
transition.
I think that's one of his biggest strengths.
Yes. So, and right now, what Jacob's doing, and I know he doesn't like to play slow, but for me, if he was to actually slow it down, it would actually make this match, a lot more one side on his end. I think when Chris plays slow, it really affects him. It affects, again, like his accuracy. I can't state that enough, how pace can affect a match.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a great cut by O, and it's actually in. I'm pretty sure it's in.
Yeah. It went up on the table.
Oh, now this is interesting.
So if it's on top of the table.
Yeah, if it's stuck up in the goal like that, it becomes sort of a table.
You can see a piece of the puck still on the table.
So the ref's determining what the call will be. Looks like they're giving the puck to Chris. 5-5.
All right.
Now, Jacob Munoz is traditionally a bit of a slow starter in matches.
Yes.
So 3 of 5s might be a bit of a hindrance for him. He's got to rev his motor. 2 years ago, we did an ESPN broadcast, and he was one of the
good, powerful cut, right, Chris? Yeah.
Yeah, and Munoz was one of the
answered.
Yeah, one of the top guys for the event, and he called himself. He's like an old car. Oh, it was there, bounced out.
So he called himself an old car.
Yeah, that it needs to be warmed up.
Yeah.
Went for the right wall, over from left.
It was there.
Super hard shot to hit. I know a guy that can hit that shot. Used to hit that shot. That would be Danny Hines, my partner here in the booth.
Maybe 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, that was his bread and butter.
All right. Both these guys refuse to kind of slow it down a little bit, is what it's looking like on this last point.
Nice get by Chris. Yeah. Rather than going transition, he went for the grab it and goes for the cross straight and gets it.
So Munoz controlled that game there. With it was back and forth, but he came out with the win. So I think that works to Jacob's benefit, because he is a slow starter. But I think Chris is a bit of a slow starter too. So like I said, we'll see how it goes. These guys both know each other's games so well. They practice together. So there's no surprises here.
Yeah, they're not taking any time between games. They just want to go right at it.
Yeah. Great space. Oof.
Oh,
there's
wow.
that forehand. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a transition.
Yes,
yeah.
Forehand off transition. All right. And you can hear the passion these guys have. When they have a puck that flies off just a little bit on the on the table, it's frustrating because they know the amount of energy it takes to get it even set up. and every little point counts. So again, probably a little too fast for both players, to be honest, right there. You know, I think they both just need to slow down a little bit. Yeah, and for me, like for Munoz, he needs to take control of that pace completely. It was a good shot. I mean, they both have amazing shots, but you got to have that pace, and that's what's going to make the difference. You know, when you're playing somebody like a Colin or, you know, a Jacob Weissman, these guys that, you know, are masters of controlling pace. I mean, I could so see Joey giving either one of these guys a really difficult time because he does such a good job with the pace. I mean, so when you're playing defense, it's more about, yes, it's about blocking shots, but it's also forcing shots. So, you know, you want to take away your opponent's best strengths, and you want to make them make the shots they are not as good at making. So, yes, having that knowledge as to who the players are is a huge part of it. That's why video is important. That's why, just experience, tournament experience is a big part. And once you accumulate that knowledge, then you can put that, plan into action. And you can actually, like I said, you take away their best shots, you force them to do things they are not good at, so they're not as accurate. And at the same, and then you force upon your offense on them. So you dictate what you're going to hit. So it ends up being a battle of wills.
Yeah, I totally see that.
So Jacob's doing a kind of a reverse circle drift. Then he changes it up, a little right to center drift. But it's a constant barrage of attacks. Just boom, 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 boom. So you're almost helping the defense to some degree.
I don't know what happened there. Why he gave him the puck?
I'm not sure either.
I mean, just that it hit up. Even if it, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he touched it with his thumb or something. I'm not sure why he would give the puck there, but
maybe that's what happened. But if it pops up and hits you, then it's your puck.
Right.
So not sure. But that's all right. Sometimes, only the guys playing can actually really see what's going on the table because it's such a fast sport.
Yeah, I mean, if it just flutters up and hits you, there's that's you don't need to do anything. The only time that something needs to happen is if the speed and direction is significantly changed.
Correct.
In a little flutter up like that, it's not significant enough. Oh, and that's one of those transitions that both of these guys are good at.
Yep. A little
charge.
Yeah, again, the charging, I think, comes with the comfort level. Both players have playing each other. Yeah,
Wow. We can't even commentate. It's just so much back and forth.
It is. It's a constant barrage of attacks by both players.
Munoz going for the cross, goes for the cut, misses both barely. Goes for the right. Oh, and the transition.
Yeah. Yep.
Again, that's the transition for these guys.
Big part.
So critical when
One
you're
game
able
apiece.
to move out and redirect pucks like that.
Yep. Huge deal. I mean, that was a big game for Chris.
Oh, yeah, massive. Being down 2-0 and a 3-5 versus now being 1-1. That that's a huge weight.
Yeah.
Especially, I think he was down most of the game by a point
He
or
was.
so.
He was.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he started off up a little bit, then Jacob kind of took over, and then just slowly worked his way back. And that's great perseverance shown by Chris there. But yeah, you know what? I think each player, they're making it more difficult than it really needs to be. And I think maybe because it's more of a comfort level between the two, that they just know they can play this fast and they're not going to feel out of their comfort zone. So, whereas I think if they slowed it down a little bit, one of them, either one of them, to be honest, they may have a lot more success offensively, and and defensively for that matter.
Yeah. Well, and I think Chris probably plays a little better, slightly slower, but allows himself to get those transitions when they
Yes.
when they show themselves, so to speak.
Yeah, the crowd's loving that last out there. Oof. What a face-off. It looked like Jacob hit it first. And somehow Chris still got enough power on it to actually hit a shot at it. Great cut. That was actually a great wind-up. Very good, hard shot by Gibson. There's the Viper. That left all under by Jacob is legendary. Unforced error. They scored on himself by Gibson. Just cannot do that.
I think that's good.
Absolutely. That's Jacob's. He's got this great cut, like that cut right there is just so tough. And I think it's sort of patterned up. Oh my gosh.
That's the right well over. So, it's amazing because he sets up the right well over with his cut. They go to the same side of the goal. So if you think about it, it should make sense. Usually you want to do opposite sides of the goal, but it's just the releases. It's
This is a good timeout by Chris here.
Yeah.
I think the game was feels like the game was sort of getting away from him.
Good block by Chris. Looks like we're actually seeing a little bit of a slower pace.
Right. I think that he plays better at that pace.
Yes, I agree 1,000%.
And then he can do his creative stuff still off of that pace, but doesn't need to be frantic. Yeah.
Good shot.
And suddenly he's back in it.
Yep.
So a great timeout. Collect yourself. Go back to the way that you play that makes the best sense for you.
That's it.
And that's the transition that will present itself. Just play your game because that'll happen now and then.
Now he's kind of feeling that flow. Until he did that. I guess I jinxed him. It's a great block by well under. Came right back with another strong shot.
It's highlight after highlight.
Yes. There's the Viper.
And that was the Viper shot. I didn't get that one on replay. Sure, we'll see another one.
Yeah, I think you literally have to have your button on the replay button the entire time.
Yeah.
All right. It's a great block by Munoz.
Yeah, it was a great block because I thought it was executed pretty quick.
Both these guys are hitting the heck out of the puck too. Just tremendous amount of pop on that puck. See, now that's an unforced error defensively.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that Munoz is feeling like that game was was out of reach in a sense, and he needed to do something drastic to try to get it.
Right. Yeah, that's that optical illusion that it is, because it's not.
Optical, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. It's this feeling that'll happen that I'm behind. I've got to even this up. I've got to get that score. And then you find yourself doing things like that, rushing a shot or charging because you just want to get that puck back and get your score. And it's those emotional decisions that sometimes really get us.
Right. You're right. For me, I think the best thing to do when you find yourself in that situation, because the puck's the not flowing your way for whatever reason, and you just feel like all of a sudden they're just scoring on you left and right. I think if you have a timeout, take it, right? And if you know, if you have that timeout, think about it. You know, just focus on that defense. Think about your fundamentals. You know, go back to that, because a lot of times when those little things are happening like that, there's some fundamental error that you're doing you don't even realize.
All right.
Another amazing face-off to happen here. That time Chris hit it first. And
Right.
Jacob, yeah. Ooh,
That's the
one.
Viper. That is the Viper.
Yeah.
And we got that one.
It
Let's
was
take a look at that.
Such a good shot. Chris lost his mouth on the next possession.
Just so fast. I want to watch it again.
It's unreal.
It's so fast. Boom.
Yeah. In an instant.
Yeah. And there it was again.
Yep. It's kind of his old faithful.
Everybody needs one.
That's right. You need one. You know, you feel like they're blocking everything. You go to Old Faithful. Pull it out. And all of a sudden, it can change the entire landscape of a match. Good right well over by Chris there. So again, you know, for Chris, he's got to kind of do what he, you know, started doing a little, you know, last game, where he's controlling the pace more. He's taking his time on his shots. Not pulling it out and just making a shot.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's another Viper.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, well, you know what? I'm just going to run away with this game.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just a sweet cut.
Yeah.
I got to see that.
Both guys with forehand position there. Oh, cross straight. Very nice shot by Jacob.
Chris going for a little bit of transition. Nothing doing. I don't know, Jacob was trying to. Yeah, I think Jacob was trying to go for a forehand.
Nice cut.
And that's
cross cut.
Yeah.
Good get.
And yeah, that's the other thing I say about Chris. That I've noticed in his matches is he doesn't give up.
Yeah,
And,
that's good.
And I think that's so critical in any competition, right? Any sort of sport.
Anything. Anything you do in life.
Yeah, sure. Just don't give up. I mean,
give up.
keep fighting till the very end. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's
And one of the things I'll say to, my kids, I guess, and other people that I might coach in some things is that, have you ever come back in something? Have you ever come back and won? And most people have had that experience happen, at least once.
Yep.
And so the logic goes is if it's happened at least once, it could happen again. So never give up. Just keep trying.
So true. So true. Yeah. It's like that no matter what you do in life. The metaphors can just keep coming. All right. We'll see if Jacob... Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful cross.
Yes. Well timed.
Yeah. And it was nice because it was from the spot that he does the Viper, right? So instead of the Viper, he goes cross.
That was a forehand there to finish that game off. Going to game 5.
All right. So in round 1, this is the final match of round 1 of the Showdown. 2 of the first 3 matches went to 5 games, and this is going to 5 games.
So I noticed something that game there, Tim. I don't know if you noticed, but Jacob used quite a few forehands that last game, and he was pretty efficient on them. And maybe he, saw that bio that Chris Gibson said he had the best forehand in the game and took it personal. I don't know.
maybe. And that's interesting. I don't know that I've seen Chris doing any forehands.
No, I have not.
I mean, maybe he's done 1 or 2 that I've missed, but it definitely hasn't featured it. It seems like he's featured that cut and that right wall under.
I saw him do a couple of forehand transitions, but not actually featured as a setup. Not that we're asking for that or, They need to play how they need to play.
Well, and he knows his opponent, right?
Yes.
That may not be a shot that particularly works against Munoz.
Correct. Yep.
Munoz has put his hair up in a bun, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what that's.
I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I don't have hair getting in my eye.
Yeah.
All right, game 5.
Okay. They're having
playful banter there.
They want it.
Face off
All
by
right.
Munoz.
Munoz gets the last face off.
Right
wall
wall
over.
Strong.
Yeah, it's just a super strong shot that he has. I think he said, didn't he say in the package he thinks that's his best shot? I think he might have said that.
Yes, he did.
The right wall under.
Yep.
Might be Chris's best shot.
So if Munoz is overthinking a little bit, he may not go back to that Viper, which he totally should.
Right.
Because that Viper is really what changed the tide of this match in the last game.
Right. And that's one thing I'll say about Munoz is his creativity is his strength, but it can also be a bit of a challenge at times because, like you said, like he needs to go for the shots that are working. And, he just scored. So, again, like, what do we know? But I think that Viper would be an excellent choice. He's got to throw at least one in.
Just for our audience sake.
Yeah.
Nice cross.
Oh, wow. He's hitting shots like right at the very beginning of the drift.
Yeah. Good block. Oof.
Oh, I thought that was in.
It
It gave
looked
the
like it was.
yeah,
It
it
was
had
a
the
great
sound.
block.
It had the
Yeah.
right sound.
Yeah.
There's nothing like the sound of a puck hitting the back of a goal.
I could see that maybe on a mini Viper that Chris got a good piece of, and he stopped it. So let's see.
Goes for the cut to the loft. Goes for the cross to the loft. That was the Viper. Oh,
goodness. Transition.
and that was
that puck
so
was
fast.
fluttering, and he hit that. That was awesome.
I hit a fluttering puck once
Ehab
against
Shukri.
Ehab Shukri at 6-6
6-6
to win a match, and it literally flew off of the table into the goal.
I think part of it went over his mallet.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Oh well.
I think he calls me every month and talks about
Oh,
that
I'm
shot.
sure. Yeah. There he went for the Viper, but I think it was a little inaccurate.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that right wall over from that spot is such a deadly shot.
Yeah. I know that shot.
Yeah, I know you do. Look at that! Wow. So
Yeah.
a bunch of shots early on the drift has just put this game almost out of reach for Gibson. I think Gibson probably should have taken one of those timeouts.
Yeah, I don't
he
disagree.
did the previous game.
I don't disagree at all. So here's the problem though. So you can tell Jacob kind of lost a little bit of that, like the last possession, kind of being a little lazy. If Chris just gets his head straight, he can still make this a match.
Yeah.
He just has to attack and not be lazy on offense himself. Looked like that was about to score.
Why is he giving that puck up?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he topped it.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
there's
it.
the match.
That's the match. Good match play.
Yeah,
Good high quality shots.
Yeah,
Congrats to Jacob there.
absolutely.
We'll get him over here.
Here we are, Jacob. Congratulations, great win. Went the distance, 5 games. Chris really gave you a battle. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Chris is an amazing player. He's hungry. He's fast. I knew from the jump I couldn't just play, same setup. I had to constantly be switching it up. So a lot of the times you'll see me do, you know, unorthodox forehands out of random,
Sure.
and just try to keep him honest. Because sometimes he's so jumpy that sometimes those can be easy points. You know. So yeah, I mean, him and I, you know, we know each other's game so well.
Right.
So I always got to throw something different at him. He kind of just stayed with the same setup, which I adapted to relatively quickly, and then I just had to outmanage him. That was all. Just outmanage him. And he was doing that to me earlier on, and I'd get on a 4,
Like a roll or something.
yeah, like on a row, and then next thing you know, he just started outmanaging me. So
Right.
the point that I'm trying to make is, you know, it just boiled down to who could outmanage who.
Sure.
And
sure.
he got into his head. I tried to keep a level head for the most part.
Right.
So that also played a huge difference in part of the whole match.
Yeah, we noticed that that in game, I think it was game 4, you started pulling out the Viper shot, and you got like 4, maybe 3 in a row, and 4 in the game, something like that. It really changed the dynamic of the match.
Yeah, with that shot specifically, he blocks it really well, actually. So I was surprised myself that it was even going in. So I was like, hey, if you're going to give it to me, you know,
Right.
hell yeah, why not? You know,
Right.
so,
No, I hear you. Well, and it's just a super hard shot to block,
Right.
you know, because it happens early on the drift, and if it's in the right position, it gets behind the mallet. But in the last game, it looked like that, you know, you were getting a lot of shots in right at the beginning of your drifts, and that the right wall over from far left of center is just so deadly. It's always been a deadly shot in air hockey. It's a great weapon that you have. So congratulations. It was a great match to watch. I appreciate it. Looks like that you will end up playing Noah Weissman in round 2. And do you have any thoughts on that match?
Noah is a great player as well, so obviously not taking him lightly by any means. But I know he's kind of the underdog,
Right,
kind
right.
of in this tournament. So it gives me a little something to you know, look out for during our match, and you know, hopefully he had a great match with Joey. So yeah, I know he's playing great. So stay on my toes.
All right. Well, congratulations. We'll see you at your next match.
Thanks, sir.
All right.